Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stream from Rainwater Studios. It's Wednesday night, and things have gotten crazy in here. Look, we're trying to put together a full band compilation album for our fall project, right? The Best of Stream Fall 2021 is going to feature full bands. So I called up my buddy Wayne Pennington. I said, let's get Wayne Pennington and the Poor Valley down here. And the Poor Valley had to work tonight, and we had some schedule conflicts, but that's not stopping us. We still got Wayne Pennington down here with us, and we're going to jam together tonight, just back and forth, and have us a good old time. We're not really going to count it towards a compilation, but if we catch something cool, great, wonderful, and we hope you enjoy yourselves. While I'm talking to you about the Best of Stream compilations, I need to tell you that on November 7th, we're going to have the next Best of Stream showcase at the Brown County Playhouse here in Little Nashville, Indiana. It's going to feature 8 of the dangest artists you've ever seen, some of my favorite people in the world. I'll read them to you so I don't miss anything. But my buddy Russ Baum, who I work with every morning for the On the Rise morning show, is going to be down there, and I just love the guy. Heather White and Barry Elkins. This is a father-daughter duo. Heather writes amazing songs, and she's got the voice of an angel, and her dad Barry is... historically, he's been the front man for the White Lightning Boys. He's an amazing mandolin player and musician. I feel like he's the spirit of music itself. When he hovers around a picking circle, it's like it's nothing you've ever seen before. It's amazing. Zach Binge is my new best buddy from Crawfordsville, and he fronts the 3-piece power trio, the Binge Breakers. He's been in here solo, which is how we got him on this Best of Stream showcase. And he's been in here with the full band. You can check that out on YouTube. Check out the Binge Breakers. Really love this band. Really love Zach. Scott D.C., my man from Bloomington, writes great songs. Kind of sounds like Collective Soul to me a little bit in the vocals. Really love what he does. Really love the guy. And he's connected me with so many people. He actually introduced me to Zach Binge that I was just talking about, and a number of other wonderful artists that you'll eventually get to meet. Maya Farron is a young lady just fresh into college. She's like pure as the driven snow, wonderful young lady with a voice like an angel, writes her own songs and performs them just incredibly well. So sweet. You're going to love her. Zach Bradford came down here with Zach Binge, also from Crawfordsville. They tell me there's a cesspool of undeveloped talent, or untapped talent up there in Crawfordsville, I should say. And I think that that's maybe not the best way to phrase that for marketing purposes, but I think what they're saying is they play up there and the rest of the world doesn't really know what's going on in Crawfordsville, but you're about to find out because Zach Bradford will be at the Playhouse on November 7th. Annabelle Whitledge, was she only 14, Mandy? Yes. 14 years old, and she's already hitting it like a professional as far as shows and writing songs and playing them together. She brought down a young, talented guitar player with her that was singing backup and playing leads. He was incredible. I really enjoyed meeting that guy, and Annabelle's wonderful. She'll be there. And last but not least, my brother, Caleb Baker, the other lead singer in Split Rail. He actually started the band. I joined his band. He writes incredible songs. He'll be there playing his songs solo, and that is something you don't want to miss. So that's what's happening at the Brown County Playhouse on November 7th in Little Nashville, Indiana. And without further ado, I think it's time to play some songs. Like Russ would say, play some songs on this talk show, right? You ready for that, Wayne?
I'm ready for that, Kenan.
When I get done playing a song, we're going to put your mug on that camera, and we'll let you say hi to everybody. I'm going to play them a little song called 52 Vincent that I heard from Barry Elkins and Richard Thompson. It's Red Molly to James. Well, that's a nice motorbike. A girl could feel special on any such like. Said James to Red Molly, my hat's off to you. Well, that's a Vincent Black Lightning, 1952. And I've seen you on the corners at the cafes, it seems. Red hair and black leather, my favorite color schemes. Then he pulled her on behind and down to Box Hill they did right. Said James to Red Molly, here's a ring for your right hand. Though I'll tell you in earnest, I'm a dangerous man. Well, I fought with the law since I was 17. I robbed many a man to get my Vincent machine. And now 21 years and I might make 22. And I don't mind dying, but for the love of you. When if fate should break my stride, why, I'd give you my Vincent to write. Come down, Red Molly, called Sergeant McCrae. While they've taken young James to die for armed robbery. Shotgun blasted his chest, left nothing inside. Come down, Red Molly, to his dying bedside. But when she came to the hospital, there wasn't much left. He was running out of road, he was running out of breath. But he smiled to see her cry. He said, I'll give you my Vincent to write. Said, James, in my opinion, there ain't nothing in this world beats a 52 Vincent and a red-headed girl. See Nortons and Indians when grief just won't do. No, they don't have a soul like a Vincent 52. And then he reached for her hands and he gave her the keys. He said, I ain't got any further use for these. I see angels on aerials in leather and chrome, and they're swooping down from heaven to carry me home. Then he gave her one last kiss and died. He left her his Vincent to write.
Good song, man.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, that was 52 Vincent by Richard Thompson. And now it is my good pleasure, it's my honor, my privilege to introduce you to Mr. Wayne Pennington, if you don't know Wayne already.
I've been here a few times.
Yeah, it's been a while back. When do you think that was? Was that pre-COVID stuff?
I think the last time I was here, Barry Elkins and his daughter were recording. I don't know if I was playing that one or if I was just here.
Uh-huh.
But
so you might have just been hanging out while they were recording, you think?
I think so.
Wild times.
I helped you out back here one time.
Right.
But it might have been that one.
All I know is that when you were here, it was way back before we had really gotten any kind of focus about what we were doing. We were just kind of inviting people down, live streaming and recording, and really enjoyed working with you. You have a great dramatic air about you while you're playing. It was really fun to capture on camera, and we ended up making a bit of an album. How'd that turn out? Did you?
I released a set of those tracks on 420 last year, called It Ain't About Green, and it sounds great, man. I actually just re-listened to it a couple days ago because we're about to put everything up on Spotify, and I'm like, what are we doing? So you can go to WaynePenningtonMusic.com and download that album we did here.
Righteous.
Yeah, it's actually the most recent one on there.
I will go and download it myself, even though it's probably on my computer somewhere.
Yeah. You have like 30 tracks. Came down for a day and recorded some stupid amount of songs. I'm like, what can we get done?
Right.
In this amount of hours?
I should
We
just
just
giving you all
pump 'em out.
30. That's 30 demos, if not,
Yeah.
30 finished songs, right? What
Yeah,
did you end up
yeah.
publishing?
Oh, so it's
15
an
or-
album called It Ain't About Green. Well, that one right there's 6 songs, I think.
Uh-huh.
I haven't put anything else out. You can go to SoundCloud. There's some tracks on there, and I believe some of those are on there too. I don't push anything from SoundCloud. That's kind of like a gold mine that somebody that happens to Google.
Uh-huh.
They're
There
like
you
Wayne Pennington, Bigfoot Searcher, Preacher. These songs on SoundCloud, WaynePenningtonMusic.com.
There you go.
Top 4 Google searches.
I'm also on the SoundCloud. I've been wondering what to do with that thing, but that's a story for another time. You bring me some songs tonight, my brother?
I did, especially for you. They just got done.
Oh, shucks. Thank you.
I wrote this one. I put a challenge out to myself a couple months ago to write a song every day for 30 days for a month. I didn't do it. I wrote 7 good songs, I think.
Right.
7 usable songs. Because who writes a song a day?
That's a huge amount of songwriting to accomplish.
That's a lot, man. And I sat down and I made myself write. But the first day I was doing it, I was like, I'm gonna wait till the first of the month. And that's why.
Mm-hmm.
And time is a construct. And I sat down and I wrote this song. I was watching MASH.
Uh-huh.
You like MASH?
Oh, totally.
Yeah, I love MASH.
Who's your favorite?
This song's about Colonel Potter, but my favorite's Hawkeye. That's an obvious. Like Alan Alda
Right.
was a god of an actor, but the character
He was the guy.
is great. Yeah,
For sure.
right.
Yeah.
It's hard not to say that.
Mhm.
But this song is about Colonel Potter. Colonel Potter painted people
Uh-huh.
on the show.
Awesome. Yeah, I remember
I was
that.
watching that episode, and I was like,
Like this hard-ass
Okay.
army general that is also an artist when
yeah,
he's wanting
exactly.
to relax.
And he painted people like angry or
Uh-huh.
or however he saw them, and they sometimes didn't like it. And I was like, oh,
Right.
that's a song.
Awesome.
So I'm gonna start writing a song a day today.
Right on. Well,
This
do
is
me a
the
favor
first one.
before you play it. Turn that microphone just a little towards your mouth. Yeah,
Boom.
that's
Yeah,
what I
I'll
like
get
it.
up on it too.
Get up on it.
You hear me talking to you, all right?
Totally. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I
just
like this
noticed something
setup.
different.
This is cool, man. I dig it.
Yeah, it's kind of relaxed. Happy to have you back down here, brother.
Thanks for having me down here, man. Cheers. This one's called Paint Me. You can paint a memory, hang it on the wall, put it somewhere close. You think of me often. If you get tired of picture in the frame, I hope you have a memory of something you can paint. Paint me in the truest colors you can find. Paint me with an honest eye, and paint me like the man you're thinking of. Paint me however you want. You can take a photograph, hang it in your office, put it somewhere close so you think of me often. If I upset you, don't tear it in half, merely fold it down the middle till I can have you back. And remember me in the truest colors you can find. Remember me with an honest mind, and remember me in the truest colors you can find. Remember me however you want. Paint me in the truest colors you can find. Paint me with an honest eye. Paint me like the man you're dreaming of. Paint me. Paint me. Paint me however you want. It's cool to see the people coming up watching live on the screen. You're watching from a camera that I'm pointing at now, but there's also a screen where we can see you guys pop in and out. So it's good to see you guys. Sonia K. Boyd is watching. Hey, Pops. My Pops is watching. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's Trisha Phobes up there. She said you're fantastic. Got a little John Prine.
Thank you, Trisha. I love John Prine. I'm going to play a song in a second that not only steals a ton of John Prine, but tells you I did it. So,
heck yeah. I've got a song like that. I might have to swap you a little John Prine tribute song.
that's what this is about, right?
Yeah. Our good friend Sonia that books for you. She says she's on her way home from the hospital. I don't know if you saw that, so we're hoping the best for that
I did
situation.
not. Yeah. All the best. I hope you're doing well, Sonia.
Like to shout out to all of our Rastafarian family on here. I really appreciate you all tuning in. You guys are awesome. Josiah, it was good to chat with you at Hard Truth Hills the other night. Enjoy your drumming and your attitude. You're a good dude. Oh, David Yule's over there in Scotland. It's always fun having somebody all the way across the pond tuning in. Makes us feel
That's awesome.
Makes us feel big. All the way in Scotland.
Is it still .com over there? You can go to WaynePenningtonMusic.com. It still works in Scotland.
Boom.
I think we pay for that. Spread it around, man. I'm trying to plan some tours. I'll go bigger than the tri-state area if you're a fan.
Right on.
Come on, Scotland. Let's do this.
Somehow I just went from the dark mode to the light mode. It's really freaking me out. Sometimes
stay in the dark.
Sometimes things like to freak me out. So when I get too freaked out, I better just play another song. I thought it was interesting that Colonel Potter used painting to deal. I'm sure that's what he was doing. As a coping mechanism.
Coping, yeah.
Dealing with all the wounds and the casualties.
He sent him to his wife a lot. You know who painted a lot of those? Radar. The guy who played Radar painted a lot of those. He
actually painted them?
Yeah, actually painted them, and then they put him on there, and they were like, "Here's this guy," and then gets almost no credit. But
he was one of my favorite characters.
Radar.
There's so many good supporting roles in MASH.
Great. Yeah, Radar was fantastic. I liked Klinger, the guy who cross-dressed.
Yeah.
For a while to get out. And then something happened, and they made him super political.
My favorite episode of that was pretty telling was when they gave him a placebo to make him think that he was it was super hot.
Yeah.
But he was wearing his whole outfit, like his whole uniform. Everybody else is dying. They're sweating. They're stripping down. And he's just walking around in his full uniform because the placebo made him believe he had some super cool power.
He lasted like an hour before he had to, or like a couple minutes. He's like, I have to take these off.
Yeah. Once they told him, he's like, oh, my goodness. Just the power of the mind. Well, speaking of coping mechanisms and whatnot, I wrote a song, and this is kind of a request from the good Mandy over there at the control board, and thought it might be appropriate to play, as we mentioned, our good friend Lisa Baker, who passed away recently. Lisa was in here August 4th, and she thrilled us with her vocals and her sweet spirit. And then I got to catch her again down at the Camp Rastafarian, and we played some music around the fire. And then we got news recently that she passed away. And I want to let you all know that there is a memorial being planned. I believe it's for October 9th. I don't have the rest of the details yet, but do check out the Rust Bomb official page. I'm sure that there will be information up there. And I know my buddy Austin James will be privy to the details. He was going to put one together himself. I think now he's going to throw down with this and make it a collective venture. But I'm going to play a little song that I wrote about my wishes for when it's my time to go. It's called Ashes. When my run is over and it's time to lay me down, stuff me in the all-nighter so I can spread my warmth around. And if y'all get hungry, when you come to remember me, toss an iron pot on top, now boil off some beans and sing. Ash to ash, dust to dust, you can burn off everything else, just give me love. While my body's burning and you're pouring out the rounds, remind everyone who knew me to for the first one on the ground. Saying this one's for my homie. May we meet again someday. I bet he's up in heaven, just singing his cares away. Singing, ash to ash, dust to dust. Everything I need from this world, it ain't that much. Ash to ash, dust to dust. You can burn off everything else, just give me love. So when my body's burnt and the party's winding down, hug my daughter for me, 'cause to me she wears a crown. Send my friends home, some of me in a coffee can. Tell them to sprinkle me in their garden so I can get back to the land and sing. Ash to ash, dust to dust. Everything I need from this world, it ain't that much. Ash to ash, dust to dust. You can burn off everything else, just give me love. Ash to ash, dust to dust. You can burn off everything else, just give me love. Yeah, give me love. Come on, give me love. That one was for my good friend Lisa Baker. Rest in peace, my dear. I will now turn it over to my man Wayne Pennington.
It's a good song, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, made me want to play a specific one. I wanted to say hey to Beth Cummins. Popped up on there on the Facebook, and I wanted to say hey, Beth. It's good to see you. I miss you. Hope you're doing well. And also, I miss Russ. I haven't seen Russ in a while. I was on Russ's show. He recorded from the Man Cave in Indy 6 months or so ago, and I popped in there towards the end. He was like, "You want to play a song?" And I'm like, "I definitely want to play a song." That's where I realized these lights make me prettier. These circle lights you got hanging.
The ring lights, they really help. They take the glare.
That's how you look so good at 9 in the morning. Doing it all the time here. What time do you guys start?
10ish. It's a hard 10ish start for On the Rise morning show with Russ Baum. Yes.
BBC presents.
We're official, man. It's like we're serious.
It's not serious.
Seriously.
It's like AM band, if anything. We can't afford Sirius XM. I like this. I like the setting. Usually, I'm over there, and your other guys is the other stage.
Right.
Rainwater Studios has 2 stage settings now, and it's fantastic. It's cool to be over here.
Thank you. While you're over there convicting me, tuning your guitar, which I didn't even bother to do because apparently I don't care enough.
Made me think, like maybe I should. Maybe I should care a little bit.
You should. I should. We tune because we care. That's what they say.
It's the best traditional song to play. I'm gonna catch you on YouTube for that one.
Go. I'm done. That's all I've got. Song's over. What are you gonna play us, Russ? Or Russ? Oh my goodness, Wayne.
Russ. I just listened to one of his songs I really want to cover.
What is it?
It's the Bud Light song, the
1910.
1910, my friend. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, that's
that
killer.
song's killer, man. I heard that one on this morning's show. I think he's on the road right now.
Yeah,
doing something. But
he'll be back in here tomorrow
I love
morning.
that
Is
song.
the plan? We'll see. And then I'm booking it down to Nashville, Tennessee tomorrow at 1 p.m. I'm gonna hit the road and go record some songs for a fella that's got the backing tracks ready. I was recording the demos in here earlier, so that'll be a fun weekend. Manny's gonna join me. We're gonna have a wild business trip down there in Nashville.
I've been doing a lot of those. We've been spending time down in Nashville. I met up with Lake and Morris, a duo that we've been trying to pull up here, and everything that happens, it just doesn't happen. But once we can pull them up. Lake and Morris is a killer duo group from Nashville, Indiana. Fiddle and guitar player.
Well, if they're rolling through to a gig somewhere, refer them over here, and we'll
for sure we'll get them here. They're in between here and Michigan a lot, between Tennessee and Michigan a lot, so right through here.
Yeah.
They should definitely stop through for a session sometime. We'll have them opening for a show here soon.
Cool.
If you do want to come out to a show here soon, here in Nashville, we're playing October 1st. That's going to be a solo show, so it's just going to be me. But over at the Nashville House, I love that place.
Right
it's
there on
always
the corner.
A fun place, yeah.
It's a staple.
Yep. And make it loud enough to where I can be louder than the motorcycles rolling over, but not too loud to where you're annoyed. When you come out to the show on October 1st, I'm super stoked for that one. And then if you happen to be up in the Indianapolis area on October 2nd, you can go to Behringer's Tavern. It's a staple for us. We always play a fun show there because we kind of loosen up.
Right.
Played there a lot, quite a few times. Behringer's Tavern on the south side of Indianapolis on October 2nd. That show's 8 to 11.
Awesome.
Claimed to be in good graces, leaving when I do leave, but I can't find a bright light here. I don't think I'll see one then, but believing in nothing doesn't change a thing. You hear one day and the next you leave. I don't know what's waiting for me. What matters is what's in between. I don't talk to the sky much, not unless it's raining. And I look up, wash the dirt off my face, 'cause I don't mind living alone, doing what I do and dying when I'm done. But believing in nothing doesn't change a thing. You hear one day and the next you leave, and I don't know what's waiting for me. All that matters is what's in between. But time is a construct, no matter who made it. And living ain't nothing, but clocking in is free. You can get in line, march through the ages. You can step out and see what's to see. But believing in nothing doesn't change a thing. You hear one day and the next you leave, and I don't know what happens to me. All that matters is what's in between. All that matters is what's in between.
Right on.
Thanks, man.
Very nice.
It's like I'm playing a live show with your audience participation.
I'm pretty good at clapping.
I'm a good clapper.
Yeah.
I'm not, man. I turn to the whistle a lot. Woo.
Mm-hmm. Well, if you got a beer in your hand, it's handy to have a good whistle.
You saying I always have a beer in my hand?
Maybe.
Why you say that?
And since we got a beer in our hand, our friend David Ewell, he's great about putting on the toast. So to those who've passed, our loved ones.
Thanks, man.
Very good.
Yeah.
Getting a lot of love online here, Wayne. I know I took down the
I see him.
the
There's
feedback
Bethy,
a little bit ago.
Bethy again.
Yeah.
I love you, Bethy, if you didn't catch that. My mom's watching. Look at that.
Yeah,
hey,
I
Ma.
saw that.
How you doing?
It's awesome.
Hope you're doing well.
That's one of my favorite things about live streaming is how we can connect with people when we're not physically present. It's hard to be physically present with everybody, but no matter where they are, they can tune in and we can connect.
Yeah,
cool.
and it's getting easier as we all get through it to make it into more of a live show. You do really well here, like we can see ourselves because we're conceited, so we need that.
Right.
But then we also see other people and what they're saying. We can see what you're saying, so if you want to comment on the Facebooks, you can. That's pretty cool, man.
We're not always keeping up with it real close. Sometimes I switch over to other things, and I have to switch back because I'm multitasking a little bit. It's not because I don't love you. And I sure appreciate you tuning in. I'm going to play you that song, the Ode to John Prine deal. This was basically the first song I ever wrote. I was living kind of a rough existence over working at a hardwood flooring plant. I was manufacturing. I was kind of doing the same things all day, every day, and I was kind of in this marriage that wasn't really going very well, and had to remind myself that it was time to live in the moment and not worry too much about the overall condition of my life. Right.
John Prine will help you do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He could focus on the little things, the good things in life, right?
He could, yeah. And he made you focus on them too, which was what it was the magic trick.
Yeah.
He made you happy. It didn't matter if you were in a shitty mood. He didn't make it seem like that, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Take the good with the bad.
And then, as far as this song goes, combining John Prine's philosophical side with the philosophical side of the Stone Age tribe, the Hadza, in Africa. I was reading a National Geographic, and I was pulling material because I just love these guys. They moved from kill site to kill site. They were hunter-gatherers, one of the last Stone Age tribes on Earth. They're still around, and each of the dudes had a knife and a sack of either tobacco or cannabis around his neck, and they would roll around.
Depending on how cool they were.
Depending on how cool they were, right? And they'd engage in monogamous relationships until they weren't working out anymore, and then they'd move on to a partnership that was working out. So there's this
buffalo's moving, so I gotta go.
Right, I gotta go, baby. What you got there, huh?
You were channeling the Hadza.
Oh.
Long before. I took a screenshot of
Did you
this.
show folks
Well,
this?
if you turn that around, maybe I can zoom it in on it.
This is me channeling the Hadza. This is gonna be a tough zoom. You're gonna try it. Right?
With the
Can you zoom in on that?
technology advancement,
be
look at
difficult.
that, baby. Oh yeah.
Oh, I'm
That's
not
how
gonna
good the
It's all you,
cameras
hon.
here at Rainwater Studios are.
I just gotta. It's all
Look at
reversed.
that,
It's like
baby.
driving a remote control car backwards.
Yeah.
That's me Hadzaing it up. All right, I'll give you this back now. The
So we
world's
got
seen enough
a
of me.
Hadza Prime song coming up.
Thank you, my dear. Thank you, my dear. What would we have done without seeing my warrior side?
This isn't your warrior side?
Yeah, I'll put my warrior face on for this one. So this is ode to the Hadza and to John Prine, and it's called The Hadza. Want to live in the moment. This moment's why I'm here. Like the Hadza, I've done the bush for the last 10,000 years. I want to hunt a baboon in the dark, put an arrow in his flank. Tear up on my credit card, say humbug to the bank. Want to waltz around in the tall grass, bow and arrow in my hand. Well, you can tell my boss that I sick us off, I've been living off the land. I'm gonna live in the moment. Well, this moment's why I'm here. Like the Hadza, I've done the bush for the last 10,000 years. We won't have to go in debt just to keep up with the Jones. We'll smoke cannabis from an old stone pipe till our minds and lungs are blown. We're gonna watch the leaves dance in the trees, feel the winds upon our cheeks. We won't give one single thought to the passing of the weeks. We're gonna live in the moment. This moment's why we're here. Like the Hadza, I've done the bush for the last 10,000 years. can say that again, Bethy Cummins. A big shout out to Mandy Rozier. I don't know if you see that over there, Mandy, but you're getting big shouts out and love. Gonna live in the moment. Well, there's moments why I'm here. Like the odds I've done the bush for the last 10,000 years. I'm gonna move out to the country. I'm gonna blow up my TV. And I'll take a tribeswoman for my wife and make John Prine proud of me. I'm gonna live in the moment. Well, this moment's why I'm here. Like the odds I've done the bush for the last 10,000 years. I'm gonna live in the moment. Well, this moment's why I'm here. Like the odds I've done the bush for the last 10,000 years. Like the odds I've done the bush for the last 10,000 or so years. Keep in mind that was the first song I ever wrote, and it got me through some hard times.
The first song you ever wrote, man?
That was the first one.
You did grow up listening to John Prine, didn't you?
I did. I love that guy. Thank you so much.
That was a good song.
Yeah, when I played my first gig out ever, I said, because Richard Gist kind of left me hanging. It was supposed to be Indiana Boys, and he's like, well, I guess you're going to cover it. I said, well, what am I going to do out there by myself for 2 hours? He said, well, I guess you're going to play a lot of John Prine songs.
Hey, man.
Best thing he ever did for me is leave me hanging out there. You never know.
That's how stars are made, man. Yeah.
Or at least, folks that are Brown County famous.
Them's are stars, man. I just put out a YouTube video of me covering a Hammer and the Hatchet song.
Oh, nice.
Which
Which one?
Super excited about. Rose Garden off of Winter Fires. It was the first song Jamie Hood ever wrote.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I love that
familiar.
song. That was the first
like it.
song I heard where I was like, hey, this is my jam. And I've been playing it for a while. And I just finally I asked them if I could do it. They gave me the okay. Put the video up on YouTube. Go to Wayne Pennington Music at youtube.com.
Uh-huh.
Check that out. It's pretty cool, man. They just I just got the year reminder that they put out Roads May Flood on vinyl at least. And that's when I picked it up.
Sounds great on vinyl, by the way. Yeah.
And it looks cool. It's clear. Is that transparent vinyl? Oh, man. I love spinning it. Sydney and I, my girl over here, have a mat that is Zeppelin. Hi, Sydney. There's a live audience.
We
Mandy's
travel
not
in
really a
large
live
groups of one, both of us. Large groups of two sometimes.
Speaking of Sydney, I wrote this song for her, but it was shortly after John Prine passed away. And I found myself listening to a lot of John Prine and playing a lot of John Prine. I sat down and I wrote this song. I got a verse in and I was like, this is Spanish Pipe Dream.
All over again.
So, you know.
But, well, I mean, come on. There's not that many chords in any of those songs.
There's
so,
not, exactly, but I stole the melody and everything. It's Spanish Pipe Dream mixed with Paradise. But, you know, I wrote a chorus that said, hey, I'm ripping this off from John Prine. You know, I think he would have liked it, so it's okay.
Yeah.
You know, I think he would have been like, haha, fine.
Right.
So.
It reminds me of something I'm going to have to say for after you play your rip-off song. Maybe I'll play you a rip-off song.
That's how this goes. We didn't come in with a set list. This is off the cuff. I like these
you mean your part's not been planned?
What? I haven't even written these songs yet. This one's called Listen to Prine or Wooden Roses. It depends on who you ask what's it's called. It's not on an album yet. But this is for John Prine and Sydney.
Well, I'll bring you handfuls of wooden roses, enough for us to build a small house if you like. We can take 'em all to the middle of nowhere, put 'em all out on some mountainside. And I'll build us a home, and we can plant us a garden, and we lots of peaches and listen to Prine and do what we like. But I'd like to sit with you under the stars in the valley of a hillside we call ours, and I'll dream of you when that night ends, just to wake up tomorrow and do it again. And I'll build us a home, and we can plant us a garden, and we can eat lots of peaches and listen to Prine and do what we like. And when I get dragged through this world and its pain, you dust me off to do it again, and you shine brighter than any old sign. You got my roots growing deep on the run, and I'll build us a home, and we can plant us a garden, and we can eat lots of peaches and listen to Prine and do what we like. And listen to Prine and do what we like.
It's the Todd Snyder solo.
Very nice. Yeah, man, I caught the references. I love it. And
It's full of them. Yeah, John Prine.
I'm watching Alexis Solfridge that's tuned in there, appreciating your songs. It just it changes the game when you've got an audience that cares. I just love that.
Yeah. How you guys doing? I'm blind. I'm blind as a bat. I can see the names.
Go bigger.
Yeah, that's how it goes. Wayne, what's up, Pops? How you doing, man? It's good to see a lot of familiar faces even when you're doing something like this. You know, you've built a really cool following.
Yeah.
It's good to see.
Yeah, and we owe a lot of that to our work with Russ Baum and the On the Rise family, the Rustafarians, as it were. Thank you all so much for following us over here,
They will
checking out what
colonize
we're
and
doing here.
overtake.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's
Beautiful
great,
thing.
man. He has a
it's such an
fantastic
encouraging
focus.
bunch of people.
Yeah.
You know, like there's just good energy and goodwill all amongst it, and they're all
That's what he's
music
all about.
lovers.
It's just good energy.
So,
It's
It's good when you find your people.
It's the best morning show too.
Yeah.
Wake up and you're all peed off. You woke up on the wrong side.
When
of the
you're
bed,
like an
and
old
"Well, fine."
Grumposaurus.
I am an old Grumposaurus, but I listen to Russ Baum in the morning. I'm like, at least I feel happier now, or at least okay that I'm mad.
Right? Yeah, that was the joke the other day. I was doing a little bitching to Russ when he walked in, so all day long he latched onto that, and they came up with 1,000 different names for a grumpy old guy. Bless their hearts.
I love you, Russ.
Love you guys. What are we going to play for him, Mandy? We're getting a lot of shout-outs to Mandy on here. Maybe we should let Mandy make the set list.
Hey, Sonia.
I'm going to play him one
Hey,
they don't
she's
know
watching.
yet or haven't heard yet, maybe. One from my buddy Joe Bollinger.
Yeah, let's hear that.
Well, there's at least one person online that hasn't heard this song in the whole world. That's why it's handy to be global.
That's right. Hello, Russia.
This is a little song called Reap. It's about domination. So I'm told. Weeping waters cut the stone like razors through a child's bones. Eat me out of house and home and sweep my cupboards bare. When the cows low by the silo, out my window, watch corn grow and reap. take them in their sleep. Harvest what you keep, oh, to yourself. And so, touch base just so everyone you know and no one else. Now whiskey dances around your blood, drowning her like Noah's flood. Choke your lover on the mud that smooths out of your mouth. And her beauty don't suit you until you come to when the day's through. And reap, weep, take them in their sleep. Harvest what you keep, oh, to yourself. And so, touch base just so everyone you know and no one else. Now all that beg and bark and burn are lining up to take the turn, erasing everything they've learned and everything they are. When the cows low out my window, hear them just so. When the wind blows and reap, weep, take them in their sleep. Harvest what you keep, oh, to yourself. And so, touch base just so everyone you know and no one else. And no one else.
Damn.
Told you it was about domination. I just dominated your ears.
Did got all up in there. Didn't even ask. That's a good song, man.
Ain't much of a domination if I'm asking permission now. Remember, Russ's safe word is windmill.
Windmill?
Yes. My safe word is zucchini.
Number 2. You gotta have the same one. Zucchini's safer than a cucumber.
I'm still practicing on a safe word thing. I'm keeping it for a rainy day when I need it. I haven't had. Huh? Watch it.
I'm trying to watch my mouth on here.
Watch your mouth. Watch yourself.
I started recording a podcast. I did the first episode the other day, and I'm starting my first series with writing sessions.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
What does that mean? Writing sessions, like you're gonna write songs?
Yeah, exactly. And I started writing something the other day about the Mattawan massacres. It's the Coal Wars. Its 100-year anniversary was last year.
You're talking about like when the rednecks and the Pinkertons were clashing, the whole Union
Yeah,
busting
exactly.
thing?
Yeah, the Union uprising.
Uh-huh.
1912 to 1914.
We're dropping bombs out of airplanes on
Yeah,
coal miners
man.
and stuff. It's a crazy part of
It went
history.
down- It was nuts. It's wild, right?
I'm glad I wasn't there for that.
Yeah, but I've got a lot of family that are coal miners and stuff, but never anything that serious. If anything, my great-granddad was treated well by the company. They gave him a house, and my great-grandma lived into it until she passed away.
So
Then they knocked it down, but they took care of their people. But people weren't always that lucky, and the Union saved coal miners back in. I just went down that rabbit hole. I wrote one song, and to keep myself on track, I started recording me writing it.
Uh-huh.
So if I turn this microphone on, I'll have to stay on track, which, by the way, isn't true.
You just
You
end
just
up with
talk
a
to
lot
yourself.
of stuff on a
Yeah.
on a recording.
It's like, wow, I talk myself onto other conversations. I'm like, I'm
Uh-huh.
going to stay on track, but then eventually you loop yourself around to something else. Like this, I'm not going to play any of the songs off of that.
Ah!
But I wanted to tell you, man, I really look up to the people that you sit in front of a microphone and in front of a screen so often.
Wait a second. I have to.
It's wild.
I have to ask if you can't read this, I'll read it to you. Is this referring to you? It says Bethy Cummins says, "Woohoo! The sexiest Hoosier Sasquatch in the house." Is that you, Wayne?
I am Wayne Squatch.
Wayne Squatch.
Thank you, Bethy.
Hey,
I don't even know if she knows that.
She also says her safe word is tartar sauce. Alexa says is pineapple. We're gonna have to make a index of this.
Why
so we'll know.
food? Why do people go to food for safe words?
I'm not sure.
Pineapple,
First thing I thought of was
zucchini,
zucchini.
tartar sauce.
Yeah, I'm not good at it yet.
I don't know where I would go. Guess I've never needed a safe word.
Rutabaga!
Rutabaga. Rutabaga, rutabaga. Yeah. Take the Pumpkin Holler Boys by storm.
Yeah. Ralph Ed was almost down here recently. Almost got the Rutabaga song from the man himself.
Got to get him down here. I got to jam with Stu Poe recently.
Yeah, Stu was down here actually.
Yeah. He did one of your songwriter ones.
Uh-huh.
He happened to be at a porch show I was playing, and I said, "Hey, you got your guitar in your trunk?" Yeah. And then he joined me on stage, man. It was one of the best hours ever. That was a great time. Stu Poe, if you hear this, I appreciate you, and I love your music. As well as the Pumpkin Holler Boys, they just started doing the melody and happy hour again.
Nice. That means things are returning to the strange sort of normal that they used to be.
It is, man. I hit traffic on the way down here. I knew it was back to normal.
Nice.
Jesus.
Traffic's back.
Traffic's back.
Oh, praise the Lord.
Just driving to Nashville, Indiana. Let's tack on a half hour. I'm gonna write a song or play a song I wrote here about a bunch of conspiracies wrapped around the end of World War II. It's not a lot of facts. I just woke up really late watching History Channel and wrote this song.
So some facts.
Yeah, so, you know, what you want to take from it, you can.
We've been running on the same old gold since 1945. Blew a hole in the side of Mount Croon, took it out the side, and its boat's going down. Well, it's going down fast. Take what you can cross the lake. When the fire's gone and the rubble's all clear, we'll build it back up someday. But the fire never quit. It just spread farther, taking every dang thing it could take. And by the time you could even feel them embers burning, you was too dang blind to see. The OSS, oh my, threw the paper clips away with the sins. Buried files on the moon, took a man out the back, shot another one in the head. And this train rolls fast, no, this train don't stop, loaded down like the ghost that it is. Shovel coal into the flame until it ain't no more, take it all with it when it quits. But the fire never quit, no, it just spread farther, taking every damn thing it could take. And by the time you could even feel them embers burning, you was too damn blind to see. And the blind lead the blind off the Buffalo Cliff. Can't see the forest through the trees. I hit the wall head on, never seen it coming, and all you lose it all in the breeze. And the fall goes quick, but the hit goes quicker. May you break through the well. May your soul be forgiven. May your sins burn away like fire from the well. Take it. Farther, taking every dang thing it could take. By the time you could even feel them embers burning, you was too dang blind to see. taking everything things could take. And by the time you could even feel them embers burning, you was too dang blind to see. By the time you can feel them embers burning, you was too dang blind to see.
I'd forgotten you told me you tuned down a half step.
I do go half step, but that's all right, man. I usually play with a harmonica player, so I knew the confusion. Mike Tam is my harmonica player. He's a good dude. He plays in Wayne Pennington in the Poor Valley, and he's a great harmonica player. He's fantastic.
Who else you got playing with you in the Poor Valley? I didn't get to meet him tonight, unfortunately.
I got Larry Gill on upright bass, and that's it right now. We're actually looking for a mandolin player right now. I got a couple people that are in line, but hey, if you want to play with Wayne Pennington in the Poor Valley, just hit me up.
I think you should definitely accept calls from people that say have snare drum and brushes will travel.
Boom.
A little percussion section.
Yeah. Oh,
go with your bass player.
One of the last shows we played, we went to Illinois, and they were like, hey, we want 4 hours. And I was like, okay. And they were like, we want a drummer. It's like, well, for the money you're paying, I'll bring a drummer.
4 hours of music?
Yeah, 4 hours of music, man. It was nuts. We played with a drummer, though. They were like, we want a drummer. We usually do rock bands. I'm like, we bring energy.
Yeah.
And I'll bring a drummer.
Right
Why
on.
not? And it was great. So we might be looking for a drummer now.
Cool.
We did it in Illinois, so if it did go south, no one would know.
Hey, well, speaking of South in Illinois, not that it has anything to do with music, Manny and I are headed to Southern Illinois next week.
Yeah.
Down to the Garden of the Gods. Little camping trip.
Yeah.
Who should we be looking for down there?
Oh, man, Chicago Farmer. If you can find him down there, if he's playing somewhere close. He's from there, but he does tour a lot.
I thought he's from up north.
He's from, well, I was going to say farther south than Chicago.
Pretty much.
But he is.
All of it, right?
It depends where you're going, but if you can find him,
yeah,
that's a good place to.
I'll be checking it out. I'll be looking. What was that venue you played?
There is a Sasquatch statue in the Garden of the Gods. I discovered today.
You should tell everybody.
What?
I know. Okay. So there we
You
go.
made a statue of me?
In the Garden of the Gods, there's a giant, like a 6 or 7 foot Sasquatch statue that we, like me and Kenan and all our kids, are gonna go take our pictures of, and then you can compare.
We're gonna
to
tag Wayne in it.
Does it look like this guy walking naked through your yard? Is this what you have a photo of?
We're gonna.
Don't put that on me.
That's hilarious.
I read a whole story about it, about that they drove it all the way across the country, and people were like really excited, honking their horns and stuff as this huge Sasquatch statue came across on whatever kind of trailer they had it on. So we're gonna go see it. I'm very excited.
I'm excited too now, especially if we get to call it Wayne. I'll play a song with it.
Oh, please do. Yeah.
I mean him.
I'll put it on my YouTube
Sorry,
channel.
I didn't mean to offend your pronoun.
How dare you?
We'll play a song with him.
Now we
not
have to
an
pack
animal.
the guitar.
Yeah, we'll take a little guitar. I'll borrow
A little
Who's
guitar.
David Yule?
I
He
got a
put a
little
lot of
guitar.
We have
colors
a little
up there.
guitar.
David Ewell's our friend in Scotland.
What's up, David Yule? It's good to see you. Good to talk to you.
All
Good
right.
to officially meet you.
Well, it looks like you've got a request for All Washed Up, and it looks like I've got a request for a song called Sunnin'. So let's end this on a high note with a couple requests.
Okay, cool.
Right? I'll
Let's
play
do that.
Sunnin'. You play Washed Up. We'll tell everybody goodbye.
Boom. Yeah.
Boom.
That's called foreshadowing, people.
We foreshadowed it.
Yeah.
All right. And I'm holding my hand on the butt of my guitar to keep it from buzzing. I told this thing. You hear that?
I do.
I hate it.
It's the phone. It's the technology.
When I start playing, nobody will notice.
As
This
Ted
is actually a
Kaczynski
ground
would
problem.
Say, get that shit out of here.
Let's just blow it up. All right. Speaking of blowing it up, here's a song about quitting your job. It's called Sunnin'. For Suzanne Smith. I think I just on your name, Suzanne. Keep this job, man, keep your money. Ain't got nothing against anybody's ever wasting my time. Just 'cause I'm broke, it don't mean I'm running. I'm like a frog on a rock, just a sunning, waiting on a meal to pass by. keep this job, man, keep your money. Ain't got nothing against anybody's ever wasting my time. I might be useless as tits on a hog and funny looking like a three-legged dog, but I'm getting by. Yeah, I like living right and being free. It's all anyone can say for me. So keep this job, man, keep your money. I ain't got nothing against anybody's ever wasted my time. Well, I've been young and I've had trouble, bad mistakes I've made double, but God's on my side. Yeah, I like living right and being free. That's all anyone can say for me. Come on. Keep this job, man, keep your money. Ain't got nothing against anybody except for wasting my time. Just 'cause I'm scared it don't mean I'm running like a frog on a rock, just a sunning, waiting on a meal to pass by. Yeah, I like living right and being free. Could give a damn what to say about me. So keep this job, man, keep your money. Ain't got nothing against anybody's ever wasted my time. Keep this job.
That's right, man.
No, don't keep this job, man. Somebody else keep that job. That's right.
Yeah, if there's nothing that anyone has learned in the last year is you can do whatever you're doing by yourself. And you can make money off of it if you just try hard enough.
Yeah, do what you love and do it by yourself if you have to.
Spread it. Yeah, you can do it. Why pay someone else to work?
You can do it.
We're not going to get super political. This is a 1-hour show.
Right.
Oh. Who requested All Washed Up?
I believe Sonia said you ought to play All Washed Up, and I agree that that's a lovely tune.
I dig that song, man. Chris Wolf, which you've had on here. I've done a show on here with him, and I believe you've had him separate as well. Uh-huh. Runs a page on Facebook called, I don't know.
The indie songwriter, this indie song name game, I think.
One, yeah. Yeah, he puts out a prompt, and you write a song off of it.
Is that where this came from?
This is where the song
It's
came
crazy.
from. Yeah.
I hear so many people say that when they come down here and say, I wrote this song because of Chris Wolf.
Because someone told you to sit down and write a song. So you sat down and wrote a song, and you can write songs. So
Right.
you wrote a decent one.
Yeah.
You
That's
know?
happened to me before with people that weren't Chris. It just takes somebody saying, do this thing.
Yeah.
I have to interrupt. I was listening to the Wallens album in my car today, and there's that song on
If
there.
you're going to interrupt, you better put your pretty face on that camera, young lady.
I can't.
Yeah, it's the J. There's a J.
There's no camera
no
that
J?
has all of
There's
it.
no camera J?
There's no
Sorry.
J.
All right.
It,
We'll go without.
is it Molly?
Huh?
Is it Molly? Is that her name? Wallen?
I have a
Molly
song
Wallen?
called Molly.
Yes. Okay. That song they wrote, "Almost Home Without You," and it
Uh-huh.
"Almost Home," I think maybe was the theme. Anyway, it started about being about home, and then it ended up being about a couple getting divorced. It's like one of the most poignant songs on their album.
That's like the biggest turn you could
Yeah,
take.
awful, but it's really beautiful. But if you've been divorced and it's about like finding yourself afterwards, and it's a beautiful song.
It's a Renaissance
actually
song.
Incredibly well written.
Sounds like
And it was a Chris Wolf thing. It was. I
cool.
can't remember exactly what the prompt was. I think it was "Almost Home."
Uh-huh.
Was the prompt?
Well, I'm going to look it up.
Yeah, and listen.
Look
to
that
the
up by the
song,
Wallens, ladies and
'cause it's
gentlemen. They
beautiful.
are incredible
It's really
musicians out
good.
of Richmond, Indiana. Have you met the Wallens?
I have not, no.
You need to meet the Wallens. They're doing this full time. They travel the country, and they're based in Richmond, Indiana, and they're just great people.
Yeah,
great
I'll
musicians.
take the link from you here when we leave.
Well, there. And you're going to play me some All Washed Up,
I'm
Mandy?
going to play you some All Washed Up. I want to say thanks to Chris, too.
Uh-huh.
Chris Wolf's an awesome dude, man. If
So-
he inspires
he
that
is.
many great songs, and then he writes killer songs, too, so not only does he produce great art, he inspires great art.
He does.
That's what good people in the
Very
scene should
encouraging,
do.
good-spirited dude.
He is, yeah.
Can you indulge me and let me doodle about on your song? Is this a
man.
song that you
I
can
was
tell me the
actually
key
gonna say
and
this
stuff?
is it's in the same key we were just doing, so it's
A flat action.
A shape and the half step down.
Cool.
Yeah, I usually have a harmonica player on this one, so it will help me.
I'm slightly familiar with this
Haven't
song
you?
from your previous encounters with Rainwater Studios.
Yeah, we have done this one a couple times here. It's good to be here, man. Thanks again for having me.
My pleasure.
Come
Our
out
pleasure.
to Nashville House. It's on the 1st. And then we're doing Behringer's Tavern on the 2nd. I'm also doing a Franklin Foliage Festival on October 8th. And Paulapalooza, which is a fundraiser for dogs in a couple different ways. But that's on
So it's
October 10th.
Paulapalooza, not
Paulapalooza,
Polyp Palooza.
It's raising money for dogs, not cancer.
Oh, good deal. Very
Maybe
good.
cancer in dogs.
The dogs are going to be
Way to bring it
better
down
off
right at the
after
end.
this show. The dogs will benefit. Somehow.
I hope so. If they like our music.
Very good.
My dog doesn't like my music, man. He just howls. Play piano and he goes nuts.
You ought to put that on YouTube. That'll go crazy. I've seen
I've
that
had
kind of
multiple
thing.
people tell me that
Yeah.
now, and I just need to. If I could get him to sit still
There's a whole
enough to
channel
take a
for that, I'm
video.
sure. Dogs that howl when you play piano.
That's what I'm doing wrong. I'm playing music. I do have a YouTube channel. It just has my
You know,
songs
Wayne,
on it.
if
There's
that's
no
the
dog
worst
running
thing that
around.
you're doing, if that's the only thing you're doing wrong, you're doing just fine, son. Okay? All right.
wish I
Now
could say
feel
it
good
was.
about yourself.
Thanks for having me, man.
Pleasure.
We'll do this last one here. This is called All Washed Up. This is for Sonya. She likes to request this song a lot, so
Awesome.
that's why I was kind of wondering. I'm like, did somebody else request this? But it was Sonya.
I believe it, Sonia. Thank you,
I knew
Sonia,
it.
for all you do for local musicians. You're wonderful.
Sonya's fantastic. We run, I have to say this too, we run Mockingbird Entertainment together. Mockingbird Entertainment has a Facebook channel. We push all kinds of local arts, musicians, everything we can. We're just pushing everything right now. So everything that her and I have done for Wayne Pennington music and my career in the past 3 years, we're trying to do for other people now. So go to Mockingbird. We're booking for people. We're booking for venues. It's all kinds of cool stuff happening. So yeah, thanks, Sonya. Hope you're feeling all right.
Just maybe drop us a link in the comments afterwards. Help us
For
get
sure,
there.
yeah. And Sonya, if you're watching, go ahead and throw that stuff in the comments. She's all over
Bless
it
you.
too.
Oh,
We'll spread it.
let
We'll
me
do
do
some
this.
collaboration
Let me
work.
see. Sonia says, "Thank you, Waynford."
You're welcome. Oh, look, there's the comments again. I feel like people care.
Yeah, sometimes I get distracted. People do care. Play us some
It's
Washed
so
Up.
good to play you guys a song. My name's Wayne Pennington. Go to WaynePenningtonMusic.com, and this one's called All Washed Up. You can find it on YouTube.
give it all you got. Every little last drop of that love, well, I want it all. And send it all my way. Never get tired of that sugar you make. When you found me, I was in a low down place. Whiskey to hold, it was a saving grace. So you look at me in the eye, swept me off my feet, said, come on, darling, you coming on with me, 'cause you're all washed up, and I can see it in your soul. She said, here's your heart, and here's a hand to hold. When you're all washed up, baby, I'll wash you clean. She said, come on, darling, I got what you need. She said, come on, baby, I got what you need. She said, well, them bad days and crap luck, overcast and rain, wear out your batteries, tear out your brain, put you on a cell while you're still roaming free. Come on, darling, loosen me, please. Oh, that noose around my neck is getting a little tight. Oh, do me that thing that you know that I like. Oh, give it to me, baby. Oh, give it to me, please. Say to come on, darling, you got what I need when I'm all washed up. You can see it in my soul. She said, here's your heart, and here's a hand to hold. When you're all washed up, baby, I'll wash you clean. She said, come on, darling, I got what you need. She said, come on, baby, I got what you need. 2 times, Kenan. Well, them bad days and crap luck, overcast and rain. Oh, get in yourself, tear up your brain. Oh, you ain't got nowhere to run. Oh, Rainwater Studios treat you right. That's how it's done now. It's a good time to be here. I want to say thank everybody for hanging out. I want to say thanks to Kenan and Rainwater Studios. Thanks, Mindy. Y'all run a cool ship here. We're always fine to be here. Well, I'm all washed up. You can see it in my soul. She said, here's your heart, and here's a hand to hold. When you're all washed up, baby, I'll wash you clean. She said, come on, darling, I got what you need. She said, come on, baby, I got what you need. She said, come on, darling, I got what you need.
Ah, it's just as good as I remembered it, maybe better.
Oh,
Shoot.
thanks, man. That one's a lot of fun to play. That's what happens when you sit down and write a song and you don't intend to.
Yeah.
You know? They even gave you the all washed up prompt. It's cool to see how many people write on that Facebook page and they come up with different stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So many personalities and life experiences.
Yeah, we got to sit down and do this for like 4 hours one time.
That'd be awesome. So we do a thing once in a while, meaning by that I mean we did it one time. But it's the Saturday morning show, which happens at 12:01 a.m. on Saturday morning.
Can we drink
Yes.
Kenan Rainwater
Yes.
cans?
The idea is that
01, like a.m.
the idea
Like,
is that our
okay.
moms are supposed to be in bed,
It's like noon.
and we can get away with what we can't get away with in the daytime. Right. So we come in here, we have great ideas because our minds are full of great ideas.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then we perform those things very poorly. But we come back later and we refine those ideas into great executions.
Yes.
Right.
I told you I sat down for a writing session and recorded it. I tried to listen through it. Oh my God, the crap you do when you're writing a song. I'm like, this sounds terrible.
Yeah.
I tried to play it through to someone. I'm like, hey, check this out. And I just went to a random place. And I'm like, this looks like a full song. And I'm like, this isn't at all how I finished it. But it's like a 2-hour podcast of writing and whatnot,
Randomness.
So, yeah.
Well, before we give away all our secrets, Wayne, Mr. Squatch, Wayne Squatch, maybe what we ought to do. Huh? Are we going to play some more for just the patrons on the Boundary Waters? You want to do like a couple more songs
I
extra
will
here in a little bit?
Play a couple more songs, yeah.
After Mandy goes to the restroom, hopefully. Ladies and gentlemen, you can support Rainwater Studios by jumping on our Patreon page, and for as little as $5 a month, we will add you to a patrons-only group on Facebook where we do more outlandish things that aren't fit for the general public. We collaborate and we do things off the cuff. Normally things here are a little more rehearsed. We didn't do anything too crazy, but things get a little crazier on the patrons only page. So, and if you just feel like you want us to keep doing what we're doing and you want to lend us some support, we could use it. So check us out on Patreon. You can also support us. Mandy threw the links up for Venmo and PayPal. We sure appreciate you. Whatever you can contribute is.
Hi, Wilson.
Is great. Thank you for tuning in. My name's Wilson. I'm a volleyball, and I'm the stream. And I